You ready for episode 3? Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Hopefully this video series is flowing a little bit better than the last one, which to be honest was probably some of my worst filming techniques and editing techniques so far in this whole masquerade of bollocks. It's carve day. Welcome to carve day. And more importantly, welcome to stuff I've never done day. He's never done a carve. He can't be much of a luthier. Yeah, like, click away, dickhead. Here is the carve template. You've probably seen these. These are all individual pieces. Yeah, Bezos cock rocket shaped stuff. And this is actually one for a Les Paul. Doesn't really matter a fuck. It works perfectly well for this body. Probably wouldn't for a 335. We'd have to make a new one for that, but it's fine for this. I'm lining it up and I'm gonna, let's just go through my thoughts. Go through the thoughts. Spill it out, Paul.
You have to use your mind.
Like spunk into a belly button. Right, I've got on my cap here 14 millimeters. 14 millimeters to the bottom to the top, so it is. Got carried away there, sorry. It's early in the day. 14 mil. I want to leave 4 mil at the thinnest point because for some reason in my head that's the number that makes sense. So I've got 10 mil. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stages. So it's about 1.2 mil difference going in, isn't it? So I'm going to go 1.2 mil and just go from there and see how we get on. God, my Google calculator is good. It must know that I've got international brethren. 1.42 mil, so 1.4 mil, which is 1 3/7 of a parsec for you lot over there that need fractions. You love a fraction, don't you? So 1.4 mil steps and we should be getting up to the top. I'm going to do that with a router. So you start off, you take the whole bugger down. I basically take that one off. And I'm going to route down to 4 mil thickness. That's going to be the biggest ball bag of the lot. Go in there. We'll have to rough that out Big Willie style. I might even do it. Shall I do it on the router table? No, I'll do it from above. Oh, from above. And then, yeah, so that one's going to take a fair bit of roughing. I shall go very gently with the router bit. I might even do it in a couple of passes because I'm learning. I will use my router base. Sounded like Danny Satko then. Base. I'm going to use that one with a big bit of perspex so I can stay nice and level and I've got a decent bed and I can just whizzle away. And then after that, I will use a different base and I'll tell you why. I think we've just inadvertently discovered the only base that will ever be on this channel, router bases. I will use this one because it's got a much finer, I can set my spacer here to 1.4 mil and we can get a decent accurate reading. And this one's not as good for overhang as that one for obvious reasons, but sometimes a little diddy one is better for what you need. Sad, isn't it? And then after that, I'm gonna basically, a lot of people will then go at it with a curved chisel. My curved chisels are shit and I can't be bothered to sharpen them, so I'm gonna go at them with an 80 grit sandpaper because my brain always gravitates to doing it the quick way. Not always the best way, but the quick way. And to be fair, we haven't got massive steps. And I think I can just gently go at it. I've got a cordless sander, which I will use. I don't fucking know. Let's make it up as we go along. I'll see you over on the router table. I'll be set up and we'll do a speedy uppy of me routing bits away. And then we'll come back and talk about what I fucked up. Because that's generally how it works, isn't it? I know. Woohoo! See you in a sec. Yes, I'm like this all the time.
Walls are a clear violation of data protection under GDPR.
Right, so that actually went really well. It's quite a simple little process. I think if you want to buy the templates, I will, wherever they fucking are, I will alter the templates for this particular guitar. If you want to make it yourself, I will alter the templates to give us the pointier horns. And if you buy a set, They're 80 quid, but you get a lot for them because I will also include the all this bit as well. You can make yourself a guitar that looks like this. You know, I'm very Irish today. I'm going to hit this with 80 grit now. That might be the wrong way of doing it, but I'll give it a try and we'll see how we get on. And also, I haven't taken the inner one. You could go one further, but I wanted to have relatively straight pickups, although I'm not using pickup rings. I don't think I am. But if I am using pickup rings, I'd like to use little skinny ones, flat ones. So I've not radiused too near that. Does that make sense? Make it up as you go along. I'll see you over there for a bit of sanding. A last little montage of sanding, and then we'll get into a bit of neck carving. Should we? Bit of neck carving? Bit of chisel sharpening first. They are horrific. They are blunter than me. See you in a sec. Bit of tidying up to do now. See you in a second. Well, quite often I'll have ideas and I'll try them for the first time because I'm a nightmare for not really doing my own work. I like to figure things out, make jigs, be a twat basically. I can't see myself ever doing that a different way again. That was brilliant. The reason it was brilliant, first things first, I used a brand new router bit, all right? I didn't want to get any tear out on this. Tear out seems to be the #1 enemy. This is what it looks like. It still needs a little bit of refinement, but actually, that's pretty good. I'm trying to get the angles for you there. That is awesome. Now, I just went around, as you can see. Again, if you buy the templates, I'll include that. It's a Les Paul one, but it fits that body perfectly. That was a win. So that was success #1. I just carved that from start to finish. Carving, sanding, tidied up, camera angles, 45 minutes. Fucking done. 80 grit on the sandpaper. One decent bit of 80 grit on your, I think a 4-inch orbital would have done an even better job because you can get in there. I basically went up and I'll show you with a little tiny one. So here's my little teeny tiny one that I didn't use. I basically went I coloured in that bottom section so that I knew I wasn't hitting it with a sander and causing a scallop at that flat section. And I basically flicked in with 80 grit all the way down and then all the way up until all my grooves were gone, and then I used the curve of the orbital, which is where a smaller one would be better, and I just went in here and I just gave it the ramp. But with 80 grit on there, there's no chance of tearing anything out. Brand new router bit, that was a piece of piss, really fun. Make sure you've got a big wide base, and then you're only pushing on the middle when you're using the router. There's no chance of tippity-toppilies, if that's even a word. I'm a bit chuffed.
Touch this. Can't touch it.
Something went right there. 80 grit, bosh, 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 45 minutes, top carved. That was fucking easy. I'm gonna have a coffee now to celebrate. And then I'm gonna come up and we're gonna carve a neck. Oh, it's an exciting day. We should be getting some shit going underway now. Lovely jubbly. Frets are in, all done. I haven't polished them up yet. We'll do that later. But it's looking a bit spanking. Do you know what? I'm a convert for rosewood. I know it's not dark rosewood, but I think that looks absolutely gorgeous with the binding. That is a proper, like, old school traditional neck, which I think is going to suit this bad boy down to the fucking ground. Chuffed a bits. See you in a minute. I don't know, I'm waving. It's not finished. Episode is not finished. I'm having a coffee because I need more caffeine.
Oh, this coffee stuff is great. Coffee, coffee, coffee.
Right, we're getting somewhere now, and there's lots of things I realised in my haste. Glasses off, Paul. We don't need everyone to have moments. In my haste to carve this top and get all excited, someone's just sent me a 2:18 video. Which reminds me, at this point, I'm gonna put a claim out there for you all. If you want to send me a funny meme, because loads of people do, I'm gonna watch them. I do watch them, unless I've already been sent it 20 times by other people. But I'm not gonna reply because I haven't got fucking time. I've got to start not replying to some messages, and silly memes is a good one. So I'm not going to reply to your memes. I will watch them and I'll nick them for videos if they're funny. So, and you'll be able to see if it's seen, but don't think I'm being rude, because it's just too much. It's like 3,000 comments a month on YouTube alone, let alone emails and Instagram and all that wallop. Right, I've cut my neck pocket out. Lesson number 1, cut your neck pocket out before you carve the top. Otherwise you've got nothing to glue your fucking jig to. Here's a photo. I had to make a little Millennium Falcon looking thing because I had no support on the edge, flap to sort that out. So cut your neck pocket out first, and while you're at it, I would probably cut my cavity, my control cavity cover as well, because that's going to be a bit of a balancing act now, isn't it? In today's edition of How Can We Not Do It Like Paul's just done it, but there you go. But my neck pocket's in, it's all looking very tight. I've got the fret access is not bad. I'm going to alter this carve a little bit anyway. We've got some didgeridoo to do for that. The most important thing is that we're all lining up nicely on our stripes and we're all tickety-boo. And that's all I really care about. Pockets in. I've reduced my tenon and I'll reduce the template accordingly because previously that tenon was the length of a humbucker, but it wasn't really working out for me. I want to be able to get the humbucker in tighter if needed. So I've reduced the size of the tenon by about 10 mil. Won't matter a fuck really, but you know, just thought I'd tell you because you like to know things. Right, next port of call. I have to put that aside for a minute. Lovely. Woohoo! Carve top. Got to start shaping this neck in now. Now this is a particularly angry bit of mahogany and it's going to need a bit of loving. So I am going to trace the profile approximately within, like, I'm going to give myself an extra 1.5 mil. I'm going to draw it on the side. I'm then going to cut it out on the bandsaw roughly so that I'm pretty spot on. I'll go backwards so that I'll stay square. Once I've done that, I'm then going to go through Eileen the angry bitch. There she is, Eileen the angry bitch. And then I'm going to go on the router profile. I've just got a load of bits. I think I've bought all of them. I'll put a link down below where the router bits come from for necks because they're fucking brilliant. All right, just the thought of carving a neck by hand now just breaks my soul. So I will then nibble it out and then that'll be speedy uppy. We'll do that super speedy and then we'll come on to the carving and I'll do some more talking. I'll try and make it look like I know what I'm doing. But really, I'm just faking it to make it. There you go, thumbing it in for the masses. Shall we? Right, carving 101. Those bits, I'll show you one. This one's still got the wax on it. It's actually a wizard bit. This is for an Ibanez wizard for a skinny neck. Don't like them. That there, it doesn't do all the work, but it gets you most of your shaft. Stroke your shaft, gents. Look after her. It gets you most of the way. It gets you parallel and it gets the profile exactly how you want it. That is really the hard bit of the neck. Now we just got to blend this in. I've marked when my body starts. I know all the shapes I've got to follow here. I'm ready to rock and roll. We've just got to blend this in and make it up as we go along. That is it. I'm not even in shot. I'm going to, let's just start carving. Just go and get me hammer. I said stop. It's
hammer time.
My chisel is not in a good way. I am going to just start knocking off the worst. Gently, gently. The first few knocks, you're going to get a little idea about what the grain's doing on here. It all looks a bit foreign at the minute, but as soon as you start knocking bits off, gently, gently, and like I always say, have another neck handy, another guitar handy. You can see, you can feel these transitions, you can see what's going on here. It's not fucking rocket science, you've just got to nibble away. Now I'm going to keep going with the chisels and I'm going to get it the correct shape. Just, funny that, just going to get it close and then you'll be able to see, you've got to look from every angle. Stripy necks are really handy because you can see if you've got lumps and bumps, it will show it all up. But you need to look, there can't be any straight lines, it's got to fake, it's got to be beautiful. It's got to be like a pair of tits. It's got to feel wonderful in the hand. Right, I'm getting a little bit closer now. I can still feel lumps and bumps. Of course I can. I'm going to go in with El Shinto. I'm making a note of how much of the binding I can see. My curve has just started cutting into it. And as I do the Shinto, you can see the different colours here. Well, I'm staying away from the edges with that because one fell swoop and you've fucked yourself. Don't get too crazy with that. Right, I'm going to put my mask on now because I'm going to be sanding and I've eaten enough of this dust over the years. Right, down in the picture, I'm going to cut cameras, I'm going to do the heel. It's exactly the same process. That's pretty much there now. Bit more love required. Stay away from your binding until the last minute. That's all you got to really worry about, and then you're going to make sure you've got a nice parallel line. Fake it till you make it. I'll see you back on the bench. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. That is looking a little bit like a guitar now. Never done one like this before. Woo! Everything's looking pretty spanking. It's all... Look at that, it's delightful, isn't it? I'm about 1/4 of a mil out on my stripe. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. And there's a weird little nick in the maple. There's a few little bits like this. So I'll have to do something with a filler there. Don't know what, but there you go. I'm going to drill some stuff out and get some cavities done and put some holes in for pots and all that sort of shit. I've got a big flat section at the bottom here, and I might put my controls on there so that I don't have to worry about angling and stuff. I don't fucking know. Let's make it up as we go along, shall we? But my little tip for you, when you do your neck, when you carve it in and everything, do it, go home, and then the next day you'll come in and think, yeah, I need to do some bit more to that. So, and you'll spot some bits and you have another little tickle. That's the best thing you can do there. But all in all, that is starting to look like a very, very cool guitar. I'm loving it. Bit of manipulation. Come back next week, we will manipulate our horns. I'll get some colour on this thing. I won't bother showing you all the drilling out and all that sort of stuff. I'll just get all that done. And then next week we will do a burst, get it coloured, get it finished, get it looking spanking.
Yeah!
And away we whirl. I can already see a little mark. Annoying. See you later, everyone. Special wave. This is looking very nice. Don't forget, t-shirt, sub 8 lubs. That is the branding. Sub 8 lubs. And we're close. We're pretty close. Bye.